Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee Cup Conversations. Today is Monday, May 24th, and I'm so glad that we can connect for a few minutes over a cup of hot coffee or tea. We're sitting down here in my special room. I spend a lot of time in this room. It is where I do hair, and that brings me to the mug that I'm going to talk about today. It's a mug that I got from one of my clients at Christmas, and it says, "You're an amazing hairstylist." And it's got a blow dryer for the handle, super fun. I'm drinking coffee out of it right now, but I also put pens in it so people have something to write with when they're down here in my shop. And so I kind of thought about this mug in partnership with the program that we're going to be doing this summer with the kids at York Alliance Church. So Kristen and I held a meeting today for the volunteers for this summer, and we introduced the new program. It's called Treasured: Discovering Your Priceless to God. And we had such a great morning of just getting excited, talking about the Bible stories the kids are going to learn and the verses, and then coming back to the reality and the important point that the kids are learning that they are planned. There's a purpose God has for them. He sees them as gems. They are priceless. They're his masterpieces. And so I challenged everyone in the room as we were there to hold a hand mirror and say, "You are treasured." So this week, that's my challenge for each one of you and for myself, that we can look in the mirror and recognize the truth that we are treasured. And instead of looking in the mirror and finding faults or things that are shortcomings or we don't like, to start out each day and be thankful that we are loved and planned. So I just was thinking of Psalms 139, and I wanted to read that to us this morning, starting with verse 13. "For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was made in the secret place. When I was woven together in the depths of the earth, your eyes saw my unformed body. All the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be." And you know, hairdressing was definitely a curveball for me. When I was a little girl, I helped my mom take care of the man, Uncle Claude, who built this house, and my mom was his private duty nurse. And so I was just a little preschool kid, and I would help her take care of Uncle Claude and comb his hair and just help around here. And I just learned to care for people and love to help them and make them feel good. And so and then in 5th grade, I did a report on Florence Nightingale. So I was so inspired by her story. And we just watched the Mr. Phil show, and Florence Nightingale was one of the people that we talked about through history that God used to make a difference in the lives of lots of people. And so that was fun just to think back to her story and how it inspired me. So I thought my senior yearbook, it says future plans, registered nursing. That's what I wanted to do. But I struggled academically in high school, and my grades were kind of really not great. And so I applied to 2 colleges. I wanted to declare my major because I was kind of stubborn instead of going undeclared and kind of proving myself as a student. So long story, a little shorter, I was rejected. I got rejection letters in the mail, and I'll never forget this. One night I was in the kitchen in this very house, and I was crying, and I felt like such a loser and a reject. And my dad was standing there, and I felt like it was just when I think back, it was a moment that God planned. My dad was there, and he was consoling me, and he said, "Young lady, maybe you're going to be like your dad and work good with your hands." And so he struggled academically, and he was a hard worker, and he liked his job. He worked for MedEd, and so he spoke words of hope when I was feeling so hopeless. And so it triggered this thought. I loved fashion and style and makeup and hair, and I thought to myself, maybe I'll check into cosmetology. And so I went and actually got a scholarship and was able to start a month after I graduated from high school. And God knew that that career was going to be such an important part of my life and our story. It's how I met Jonas. If I wouldn't have gone to school for hair, I wouldn't have met my husband. I worked in a hair salon at a mall, and that's how we met. And on, when we lived in Georgia, I was able to do hair and stay home with the kids and help out a little bit financially. And here in our house, I have a little spot where I cut hair and get to connect with friends and family and just have a good time interacting one-on-one. That's kind of my sweet spot instead of a big crowd. And so as a parent, I hope and pray that you will recognize that your words are powerful and they can speak life over your children. God gave them to you as a gift. He gave my kids to me as a gift and to Jonas as a gift. And so with his help, we can speak words of encouragement with whatever they're going through and remind them that he has a plan. And take note of the things they're interested in. If it's sports, if it's music, is it fashion and style? Is it cooking? Is it helping people? Is it science and nature? I mean, there's so many things, fixing things, taking things apart. Just observe your kids, and it's fun to dream. And so our job isn't to tell them specifically what they need to be when they grow up, but it's fun to dream with your kids and affirm the things that they're interested in and recognize that God has a plan and he may use that interest and have it already woven into their story. And so as a parent, our words mean so much and we can encourage them in that. So I hope this week as you get up and you're brushing your teeth and you look in the mirror that you will remind yourself and you'll hear God speak to your heart and mind that you are dearly loved, you are a treasure, you're priceless to him. So have a great week and God bless you.